This filmy plot has all the elements of a movie. Love, murder, and a massive fan base. But the twist is, the on-screen hero is accused in a murder case. The Kannada actor in question is Challenging Star Darshan Thoogudeepa. From assaulting his wife to assaulting hotel staff, this is not the first time he's been accused of crimes. In this episode, I'll tell you all about how this murder mystery was unraveled by the Bengaluru police, how the Kannada film industry itself has reacted to this, and the toxic and bizarre justifications of Darshan's massive fan base. Let me explain. Here's how things unfold. Okay, let's try again. Okay, I won't be able to get on with it. If you're a regular here, you know what this QR code is. If you're new, this is how you become a TNM subscriber. Scan this QR code and become one right away so we can continue with the murder mystery. Anyway, here's how things unfolded. A woman actor posts pictures of a relationship with a married actor. Trolls start abusing her, accusing her of breaking up their favorite actor's marriage. But one troll ended up getting murdered. Let's look at the timeline of how it all happened. On June 9th, a security guard found the body next to a stormwater drain near an apartment complex in Bengaluru. The next day, 4 people visited the Kamakshi Palya police station. They claimed responsibility for Renuka Swami's murder and said that it was over a financial dispute. But this seemed far-fetched. Renuka Swami, by the way, was 33 years old and worked in a pharmacy in Chitradurga, 200 kilometers from Bengaluru. Anyway, when those 4 men were questioned, their story fell apart. Okay, Nikhil, here's where we can give entry to our hero. No, not this one, the other one. Don't forget, he's actually accused in a murder case. Yeah, this one. The 4 people who had surrendered implicated Darshan. Then the police found CCTV visuals of vehicles near the crime scene. One of those vehicles, a black Scorpio, was traced back to Darshan. And then, of course, Darshan was arrested. But the accused number 1 in the case is not Darshan. It's Pavitra Gowda, a small-time actor and a fashion designer who's known to the industry as Darshan's partner. So what's the alleged motive? Initially, it was reported that Renuka Swami was a Darshan fan who was upset that Pavitra was in a relationship with the star. Darshan had been trying to reconcile with his wife, Vijay Lakshmi. But the 2 women got into at least 2 public spats recently. So it was speculated that Renuka Swami blamed Pavitra for the breakup of Darshan Vijay Lakshmi marriage and abused her. This led to Darshan allegedly attacking him. But police sources told my colleague something completely different. That Renuka Swami was not a fan of Darshan. He was just somebody who would routinely send obscene messages to women, including Pavitra. When Darshan and his team were informed of this, they created a fake profile, chatted him up, and made him come from Chitradurga all the way to Bengaluru. Darshan Fan Club Association president of Chitradurga, named Raghavendra, was the man who's supposed to have brought Renuka Swami to Bengaluru. According to the police, Renuka Swami was tortured for hours in a vehicle shed, and then his body was dumped 8 kilometers away. The autopsy report showed over 15 serious injuries on Renuka Swami, on his head, stomach, and his chest. His head was smashed against an auto. The blood clots in his head caused his death. Now, Darshan and Pavitra have both denied any involvement. but both are behind bars. Now to the next part. Darshan's fans' loyalty is intense, to say the least. Even with these serious murder charges, some fans believe he's innocent. Some others think that even if he had gotten somebody murdered, it's fine. The situation became so heated that the police had to take extra security measures near the police station where Darshan was. All this just to keep the fans away. This isn't the first time Darshan has faced a controversy. In 2011, he was accused of assaulting his wife. His fans displayed a disturbing level of loyalty, burning buses and protesting at the police station against his arrest. Even some big names in the Kannada film industry, like Ambarish and Jagesh, tried to pressure Darshan's wife to drop the charges. They had apparently assured his wife that they'll advise him to change his ways, so there was no need for police intervention, whatever it means. But here's the thing. Instead of hurting his career, this entire episode made Darshan an even bigger star in his fans' eyes. And get this, his movie Sarathi came out when he was still in jail, and it became a huge hit. The entire situation just cemented Darshan as this larger than life figure. This was also the beginning of Darshan's public disdain for the media, which seemed to play very well with his fans too. Darshan and his wife reconciled, but in 2016, Vijay Lakshmi complained of Darshan's objectionable behavior once again. In 2018, Darshan and his friends rammed a car into a street light in Mysuru. Though eyewitnesses said that Darshan was behind the wheels, his friend, surprise, surprise, took the responsibility. All the script seems too familiar. In 2021 and 2023, he was accused of assaulting staff at a restaurant and at a pub. The film industry has been caught off guard with Renuka Swami's murder. Though they've been trying to make the right noises by visiting the victim's family and by announcing a compensation, the Film Chamber, the Producers Association, etc., have not even suspended Darshan. Now contrast this with what happened to actor Nikita. In 2011, Vijay Lakshmi, that's Darshan's wife, filed a complaint that she had marital issues with Darshan because of Nikita. Basically, the woman was blamed. Vijay Lakshmi also accused Darshan of burning her face with cigarettes, hitting her with slippers, and biting her ears. She was still ready to patch up with Darshan, but her one condition to the industry bigwigs, who came to ask for a compromise, was that Nikita be banned. Promptly, the Kannada Film Producers Association in 2012 banned Nikita for 3 years. Get this, allegedly for creating marital discord in Darshan's family. Now Darshan is accused of plotting a murder. Sure, his fans in Karnataka think he's God otherwise. Presently, there are many such fans obsessed with either declaring him innocent or justifying his act. This is if he's guilty. Let me show you an example. His fans and their sick justifications. Another fan made a video saying life and death is not in our hands. It's all destiny. So she said Darshan had done nothing wrong. Fans have also protested against the police station this time as well. And many are angry at the media too. Now, I can't get into whether Darshan is guilty of plotting the murder or not. Let me also for once use the cliche here. The law will take its own course. But this is the fact. He's powerful and very influential. And with a history of controversies and accusations of violence. So we hope that the investigation is not influenced by his clout. Second, I hope the Kannada film industry does not use its sway to influence the investigation. In the past, even when actors like Dunya Vijay have been accused of domestic violence, they've intervened and gotten it resolved, all in the name of protecting one of their own and not tarnishing the name of the industry. On our part, we'll keep tracking the case closely and report on it with facts and not sensationalism. Let's look at what some of you had to say about my previous episode. It was on NEET exam and I made a case for its removal. Let's see what you guys had to say. Janami Dharmam says, no, not to prevent corruption, it's to regularize and rationalize corruption. I did touch upon this in the episode. I spoke about how the paper leaks is actually corruption. So, good point there. Simbu says neat is all but neat. Yes, I spoke about how it's so messy. It's neat but not quite neat. Sita Raman Ganesh says center should not interfere in state issue. Krishnamurthy says, I agree with you that medical entrance exam should be handed over to states. Federalism is something that we talk about very frequently here at the News Minute. In the NEET episode as well, one of the suggestions I had given is that there should be more federalism. That is, bring NEET and education from the concurrent list back to the states list. If you've not caught that episode, I suggest that you go back and watch it because it's still relevant, very much so. Then we have Vijaya Saraswati. She says, oh, here comes the anti-NEET propagandist. Well, NEET is definitely not NEET, but that in no way undermines the absolute necessity for the exam. Vijaya, we're not really anti-NEET propagandists. It's just that there are some very solid facts that we've put forth about how NEET is not working. And also, we've given one suggestion that the NEET in current form can be tweaked. We're not against this or that. We're just saying what's working, what's not working. That's all we're doing. And then Amala Prakash says, building more medical schools to ease pressure on the admission system is the only option. Amala, I think that could be one part of the solution, but it may not fix the entire problem. Because if the admissions at the NEET level itself is problematic, then it won't help even if you have more medical colleges. But thank you for your feedback anyway. That's it from me for this week. Make sure you join me next week for another episode of Let Me Explain. Meanwhile, you can write to me at pooja@thenewsminute.com with story suggestions, with any kind of feedback, comment, criticism. Just don't abuse me. Anything else is welcome. I'd love to hear from you. Or if you just want to give me a shout out, I'd love that too.